Alright, we're going on about day 847 of rain. So Tina is out here foraging the onion pile for the smaller onions. She's got on her famous alligator slippers. But oh yeah. But we'll take these smaller onions inside and we'll break them down and throw them in the dehydrator, and we'll make some onion powder out of them. Good way to make use of them before they go bad. We'll show you how we do that next. Alright guys, while Tina gets set up to cut the onions to dry for the onion powder, I thought I'd give you a look at our dehydrator. It's a Excalibur model EXC10. It's a pretty good sized dehydrator. It doesn't fit on the countertop, so we keep it on this roll out cart. That way we can get it out when we need it and put it back away when we don't. It's got controls are pretty simple. You set the time and the temperature there on the digital display, and start and stop. It'll shut off when it's ready to go. It's got glass doors on it. That makes it nice. You can see what you're doing while you're dehydrating. Get those open. And it's got stainless steel racks in it. It's got 10 racks. They're pretty good size, but they hold quite a bit. They have these sheets here. They get a little discolored from being used, but they have these sheets here for doing fruit and stuff like that, and then we've got other mats that go on them too for doing liquids. But I'll give you a look at it, and it's got a drying pan down here to catch everything that falls out. But that's pretty much it. With 10 rack, it'll hold quite a bit. It's pretty deep, pretty good size dehydrator. But that's it. That's what we're going to use to make the onion powder, so we'll get it filled up, and we'll get back with you when we start working on the onions. Okay guys, Tina's got the onions washed up and peeled and ready to go. We use some of our smaller onions for this, since it doesn't really matter. We're going to dry them out and grind them up, so we're going to cut them into 1/4-inch slices and get them on the trays. We got 10 trays to fill, so it's going to be quite a few. But I'll bring you back when we've got the trays filled. We'll get them in the dehydrator, and then we'll go from there. So this is what we got so far. We're just working on getting them cut, and we'll get them on the trays and get them in, and then we'll go. Alright guys, we've got the onions out of the dehydrator now. We got them off the tray and we put them on this tray here. The next step is going to be to grind them up into a powder. And that's kind of a noisy process, so we'll bring you back when we've got that done. But you can see they're fully dry, and they've darkened up some, but that's okay. We'll get them ground up and we'll bring you right back. Okay guys, as you can see, the ground up onions gave us about 2 cups of onions. So to make onion salt, we're going to use half the amount of salt, or 1 cup of salt, to 2 cups of onions. Now if you don't want to make onion salt and you just want to make onion powder, then just leave the salt out of this mix and you'll have to recalculate. But we use 2 cups of onions, 1 cup of salt. That gives us 3 total cups. So we'll use 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. The cornstarch will keep it from clumping. And we use Morton salt. Morton salt, they had the slogan, "When it rains, it pours," because they were the first to add an anti-caking to their salt too. So we use Morton salt and cornstarch to keep our onion powder from caking up. But if you want to just make onion powder, you have 2 cups of onions, so you would just use 2 cups of cornstarch. But we'll get Tina in here to mix this up, and we'll give you a look at it, and then we'll let you go. Alright guys, we're going to have Tina go ahead and get this stuff mixed up. while she does that, we'd like to thank you for stopping by the channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, we hope you give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, please leave us a comment, or just leave us a comment anyway and just say hello. But your questions and comments and your thumbs up tell YouTube to show our videos to more people, and we sure appreciate that. If you would, you can also share our videos on Facebook, and we would really appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button. But we'll go ahead and get down here. Tina's getting it mixed up and get a look at that. But that's our onion powder, and it lightened up if you're used to seeing a little bit lighter colored onion powder. But thank you for coming by the channel. We're going to go ahead and get this into some jars, and we'll probably vacuum seal some of it to keep it longer. But if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and we sure hope you'll hit that subscribe button. Thank you for coming by. We'll see you in the next video.